Hello, my friends. It is I, Mr. Pikmin Fan 2002. And today, I'd like to tell you about a discovery of mine.
Alright, so we're gonna be booting up the game. We're gonna be playing a map called Blue vs. Red, which I believe is a precursor to 2P Battle in Pikmin 2. Except it's a very, very early precursor. Oh, here's also the unused map selection screen I unlocked. But basically, it's such an early precursor to Pikmin 2's multiplayer that it's not even really a blue versus red map, it's just Olimar 1 and Olimar 2. If you've noticed, and good eye, the particles are broken because the game crashes if I enable particles. That's how broken this is, unfortunately. If you're an astute Pikmin player, you could tell that Olimar 2 bumping into those Pikmin shouldn't have made them all go to Olimar 1. Very odd. The camera is now multiple targeted, and it expands and contracts for Olimar 1 and Olimar 2 based off of distance. That's pretty obvious, though. It's a bit broken, and actually everything here is a bit broken if you've been looking at the video. Try to spot everything. It's like, you know, where's Waldo? But where's the broken thing? You can tell the developers quickly, abandoned the project. They decided to make Pikmin single player. The fact that this was left in the game alone, though, I think is very interesting. And, I'm trying to show you guys that this exists and that this is here. I want to make this interesting for a video, but, if you're just not interested by the fact that Pikmin 1 had multiplayer just left in by the developers, I don't know how I can get you to be excited. What, am I gonna be like, also, free money, oh my god, fidget spinner. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys a bit about the behind the scenes and the coding. So this is what is called an AR code, and what it's used for is editing GameCube games and Wii games code. On the right side, we have assembly instructions, and on the left side, we have basically memory addresses. So, we're editing the code at certain parts of memory to be different, so that the game functions differently. Now, I've given a pretty simple explanation of what I'm doing. I'm sure most of you can assume that, of course, I'm changing the code at different parts of the memory, but I'm just not really sure how interested you guys are in coding, so I'm just trying to give this, this little presentation here in this video, because this is really the first type of video on my channel where I'd really try to explain things, so I'd like to hear in the comments section below just how in-depth you want me to go, because this is probably how I'll explain things, but I'll be explaining a lot more in-depth than just this, if you want me to, because this isn't very in-depth. Anyways, I'm gonna gloat a little as we segue into how I made my own Pikmin multiplayer better. Mwah! Alright, so here we have my version of Pikmin multiplayer in the Forest of Hope. I'm playing with a British man called Tom. He's pretty cool. We're going on an adventure. We're split screen, because yes, the original multiplayer was not split screen, but mine is, because split screen is a lot better way to play. Each player has a Pikmin counter, but a few things definitely are broken. The whistle particle, for example, is a bit broken because it's kind of coded weird, and the Pikmin aren't sticking to the enemies right. I have no idea why that is. I've tried to check, but it's really grinding my gears why I don't know how it works. The graphics are also a bit broken. That's because split screen is definitely hard to make. This game was not made for split screen, so that's a lot of editing the code. Thanks to my old buddy GX Set Viewport. That's an inside joke for another video. We've got it working. And by we, I mean me. I don't really have any much more to say. I've kind of showed you what Pikmin multiplayer is, and what my version of Pikmin multiplayer is. You can use the AR code in the description to play the developer's old little test map, or you can play my version, which lets you play through the whole game in delicious split-screen multiplayer for 1 to 4 players. That's like a whole meal, but with code and Pikmin. Alright, we can't get to the 10-minute mark anyway, so I don't know why I'm trying to make filler talk here. Maybe I should just be quiet and stop talking. But I don't know, YouTubers have to talk, right? That's how they get attention. They also have to make loud noises and scream like, ah! Oh my god, ah! Oh! I don't know. That's what YouTubers do, right? Okay, now we're in the Forest Naval, showing that there's 3 players as well. Oh, and now the video is going to be over because this is all the footage I recorded for this video. Okay, goodbye. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and come back later. It's lonely. It's lonely here in this small YouTube channel world where I'm not even at 1,000 subs. Come on, just let me go viral. Please, just let me go viral.